there are truly so many awful things about having a child, but there are. But one of the worst is I now have to engage in small talk and chit chat that I never would ever give the time of day to, you know? Like, and you have to do it all the time. And like before I had a kid, you know, if I was hanging out at the playground and no, but if I was at the park or something, and before I had a kid, and then some guy would, you know, referencing a bunch of noisy kids, some guy would be like engage me and go like, "Oh man, boy, they're a handful, huh?" Like before I had a kid, my response would be, "What the fuck?" And I'd walk away, and I'd be correct to do so. That'd be the right thing to do. But now I have to engage with that person because, you know, that's a potential play date. And you have to have as many potential play dates in your back pocket as possible because it is inevitable that at some point my wife will be out of town and I will wake up still, I mean, not even hungover, just drunk. I'll be drunk. I will, you know, clinically be drunk. And I'm going to have to put that kid somewhere for an hour just to take a shit, you know? And so I have to talk to that person now, and I have to, you know, be nice and all that. And the thing is, you know, I live in Brooklyn, all right? So there's just tons of younger hipster parents, tons, and I can't stand them, and I didn't like them when I was part of that scene, and you know, and I really don't like it. So I'll be at the playground, you know, with my daughter, and this guy will roll up, and this guy, you know, they're like the kind of guy who's got the those bright orange like longshoreman hat, knit woolly hats, but then they roll it all the way up. You know what I mean? Like they roll it that's too rolled up. It's not even over your ears. It's not doing the one single thing a hat is fucking made for. You're not, and you're bald. And so now it's just like a pasty for your head. I don't understand. And so like a guy with that hat and then, you know, one of those like, you know, 23 skidoo mustaches and like a full sleeve of like, you know, retro toasters or some shit like that. And then a skirt and culottes and a big whetstone, an oily, glistening whetstone that's like dangling off a sheath, right? This thing, and you're like, what? Who, when, how, why, you know? Oh, the whetstone, oh, yes. Oh, yes, well, I just got back from crafting. Me and the gang get together and we'll craft, and I'm making, I make bespoke, handcrafted, artisanal, farm-to-table marbles. And well, here's the thing. So the gang and I will get together, we'll craft, and we'll make you know, knives from Mumbly Peg and jacks and we get to, because I think we've lost the connection, the joy that we had as youth. I think we've gotten so cynical in the last 4 or 5 years, you know, with COVID and he who shall not be named. And so we play the games of our youth. Well, not our youth, but the youth of our fathers' games, which are harken back to a simpler, innocent time. And so that's, and right now I'm working on an ethically sourced paddle ball that I think is going to be. Anyway, that asshole will come up to me and I'll be at the playground with my daughter and I'll be minding my own business, and that guy will come up going, "Oh, man, boy, they're a handful, huh?" Yeah. Can be. Yeah. Which one's yours? The girl on the monkey bars there. Oh, Oh, she's playing with my boy. That's my boy. That's Copernicus. Yeah. Good kid. That kid is something else, man, let me tell you. That kid is 6 going on 30. You know what I mean? No, I don't. How? In what way? Name one way. Does he have heart disease? I mean... And one of the things that I learned is when you have a kid, you really are forced to confront and do something about your bad habits. One of the worst things about me, I have a lot of problems, I have a lot of issues, and I do, a lot of bad habits, and I'm so sorry. That sounds like terrible news. All right. But one of the worst traits, one of the worst things about me is I am really, really judgmental. Like severely. And I have been since I was young. I'm just an asshole. I really am. I'm just like, you know, and I've always justified it by going, well, I'm right. You know, but you can't do that. It doesn't work that way. So I'm just an asshole in here all the time. Like at the airport, it's just nonstop in here. As I'm walking around at the airport, just like in here, it's nonstop. What's this asshole on about? Who's this bitch think she's fooling? Put on some fucking clothes. Put on some different clothes. That's not a service animal. It's not. It's not a service animal. A fucking bunny rabbit isn't a goddamn service animal. And, but to give you an example of what a piece of shit I am. This is 100% true. I was in Brooklyn. I was walking down the street. I was going to do a set to get ready to go out on tour. And I'm walking down the street, and you know we have those COVID outdoor dining shed things. And I'm walking down, and there's this older couple. Pretty old. And the gentleman was standing up and he had his hand extended to his partner and he helped her up and it just started to rain and he took an umbrella, opened it up, put it over her, just her, not trying to squeeze himself in there. And they are just beaming at each other. The biggest smiles ever. And I saw this and in my head, I saw this and I thought, oh, that's so nice. That's so nice that they found each other. And then I thought, found each other? Why'd I add that to it? And then I answered myself immediately with, oh, it's because they're both ugly. I'm looking at pure love. Pure love. And my fucking shitty take on this is, good for you, you ugly fucks. That's nice. That's nice that you found each other. Because if you had, nobody else would ever have you, so, you know, otherwise you would have, you know, died alone with a cat eating your corpse or something. If you had walked past me on the street, this is what you would have seen. You would have seen this. You would have seen a guy going like this, like. And now you know. I do want to say that they really were ugly. I mean, like it was remarkable, and it stayed with me. Clearly, it was disturbing, and eternity if you're a stand-up. It's easily the most narcissistic job you can have. I get on stage in front of strangers, and I'm like, I'm gonna make you listen to me for an hour. Fuck it, fuck that. And I'm gonna charge you. I'm going to charge you to listen to me. And the narcissism is insane. So I'm just saying that I truly, literally dreamed of this. I mean, this moment. I mean, I dreamed of it, and I was wearing a different outfit, but it was like a one-piece mechanic, like a jumps. What do you call it? Coveralls? They were like coveralls I was wearing, which I've never worn. I've never owned coveralls. I've never worn them, but they were kind of nice. They weren't like greasy or anything. It was understood in the dream that these were kind of not like a tux T-shirt, but it's just like a nice coveralls. And we were it was at this. It was in my house, but not in my real house, but in the dream it was my house, but I've never been there in real life, but and you were there, and we were like hosting this party. The two of us were like, we were like generally the hosts. I couldn't tell you what the thing was, but it was very fancy, and there were people out on the lawn, and there were servers with champagne and stuff, and it was just very fancy, and we knew we were a little bit nervous about it. We started making out at one point, and then it kind of switched, and we were in this like old pantry, like a big pantry, like a walk-in pantry, and we're looking for something, and then we made out again, but this time with fingers, but then we started getting nervous, right? Because so we heard that Fran Drescher, somebody comes in, Fran Drescher's here, and we're like, oh shit! And it became really important to us in the dream. It became really important to let everybody know, to make sure they knew that. It's like Fran Drescher. She's not really a nanny. She's an actress playing a nanny. Everybody needs to know that. And then it kind of switched again because I had to take a shit. So then the rest of the dream was me just running around going like, oh, I gotta take a shit. This bathroom is, the water's running, it's broken. And what about in here? Oh, it's occupied. And it was 20 minutes of walking around this house going like, what about here? Oh, there's, that's too hot. Okay, what about here? Oh, the lid is broken. And then I woke up because I had to take a shit. And that is about how I'd say roughly 20% of my dreams go now that I'm older. I find like 20% of my dreams, something will be happening, and then it'll just switch to like, oh, I gotta take a shit, and like good, fun dreams, like I'm part of this international team and we're scuba diving and there's like this wreck that we have to go and we have to find this like vial in the wreck, and then I'm like, and we're all, signaling each other and like we're getting close to the thing, and I'm like, oh, hang on, I gotta go back to the boat. Hey, where's the toilet on this thing? Help me get this wetsuit off, Or like, my high school crush is trying to blow me, and I'm like, this is great. I always wait. I'm sorry. Hang on. Where's your toilet? Just hang on. Just stay there. Make an omelet or something. Where's the toilet? And I realized that dream will never end satisfactorily. I hope, or maybe it will. That'll be a double-edged sword. Just in the dream, like I'm running around 20 minutes, like, oh, finally! And what? Oh, no. Oh. I'm old. And speaking of unwanted pregnancies, I've learned so much from my daughter. It just like, and one thing I learned. That they don't really tell you about, but you have to like constantly censor yourself, edit your responses to the kids, like because kids will often say some really funny shit, just some gems, right? But you can't laugh because they don't they didn't intend for it to be funny, so it's upsetting to them. It seems dismissive, and they're trying to be sincere, and so you can't laugh. It's they take it poorly, and a good example of this, this is 100% true. So when my daughter was about 4.5, my wife was out of town, and we were having breakfast, and there was a little lull in the conversation, and I'm over, cleaning up some dishes and stuff. And then after about a minute, she says to me, and apropos of nothing, we had not been talking about anything like this at all. So she just comes out with this. She goes, "Daddy, I'm sad you're going to die soon." And, my immediate reaction was like, oh my God, she's a witch. And I went over and I sat down next to her, and I very quickly bound her hands and legs, threw her in her sack, drove to a river, and dumped her off the bridge. But here's the thing, I love that kid so much, and I'm almost embarrassed to say that I'm surprised at how much I love her, not because of her, but I just didn't think I was capable of that depth of love for another person or thing, I used to think I had kind of a mild form of autism when it came to love, because I never had that connection that, you see in the movies and the poems and the books and the The Notebook. I've never felt like that, Wuthering Heights, I haven't read it, but I assume there's some love shit in there, and I've just never felt that for anything, any person. And I have a wonderful dog, and but I would take a bullet for that kid. Instinctively, I would take a bullet for her. I would not take a bullet for my wife. No, absolutely not. No, fuck that. No. Wait, honey, it's your bullet. He said. He said I'll be downstairs playing video games. No, but I would take a bullet for my dog. Now, here's the thing. I love that kid so much. I really do. But at the same time, and I'm 100% sincere when I say this, I also resent her. I really do. Because she's rich. She's a fucking rich kid. And I know it's not right. I know it's a leftover hangover prejudice I had since I was a kid. I grew up really poor, and I was always suspicious of rich people. I didn't get it. I didn't like it. And I just didn't like rich people. I still don't, And I'm rich. I'm not rich. I pay my taxes. But you know what I mean. And when that kid is whining about dumb shit, I'm like, oh, stop it. You're fucking rich. Stop, you have central air. Do you understand? Are you hot? Push that button, you'll cool down. Are you cold? Push that button, you heat up. You have a teepee in your playroom that's not your bedroom. Can you conceive of how fucking rich you're sitting there eating an organic banana that your mother made me go to 3 fucking places in the rain to get you an organic banana? Like that fucking matters. It's the biggest scam in the world. It's bullshit. Anybody can throw an organic sticker on anything. Nobody does their due diligence. It's all. Also, are you eating the peel? All right, then who gives a shit? Why do I have to pay a 500% markup for a fucking organic banana? You're not gonna eat. And okay, so I'm sorry. Let me get this straight. So, our water is contaminated. Our air is polluted. Our homes are slowly trying to kill us. But yeah, an organic banana that'll set everything straight. Good. Hey, you know what? I didn't have anything organic until I was 40, and that was by accident, and I'm fine. All right. So seriously, quit your whining. Young lady, seriously, listen to me. Listen to me. Until you drive your 1982 Chevy Malibu with a broken side mirror an hour and a half through a snowstorm in a Western Mass so you can do a set for a bunch of disinterested, drunk, anti-Semitic, racist Christian patriots for $30 and a cold egg roll, then you can complain to me about how your purse doesn't have as many sparkles as Madeline's, all right? Also, that purse, that was made by prison labor. That's right, an innocent man was framed by a bunch of dirty cops. They planted drugs on him so they could boost their gotchas, right? They knowingly, because he was black and indigent, they were just like, oh, this'll work, and they planted drugs on him. Then, when the rest of the precinct found out about it, you know what they did? They all covered up for him. The whole thing is corrupt. From top to bottom, they're all corrupt pieces of shit. And then those cops perjured themselves on the witness stand and in cahoots with a crooked prosecutor and a crooked judge knowingly sent an innocent man to prison, ruining generations of lives. He made your purse. Another thing that's changed since I had a kid is news affects me more. It affects me differently. It affects me in deeper ways that I can't shake, that are depressing. And like before I had a kid, get up in the morning, cup of tea, turn on the computer, and there's a Yahoo News front page, and be like, top story, a woman in Florida murdered her 3-year-old daughter. And, before I had a kid, I'd be like, fuck, man, that's messed up. How'd the Braves do? Now that I have a kid, I see those stories, and I cannot shake them, and they really are depressing and disturbing. And, next morning, a man in Florida murdered his 6-year-old son. Jesus, fuck. God damn. Next morning, a woman in Florida murdered her 4-year-old daughter and son. Jesus. Next morning, a man in Florida murdered all his nieces under the age of 8. Next morning, a couple in Florida murdered their twins. And I see this, you murdered a 3-year-old? What the fuck is wrong with you? You don't have to murder a 3-year-old. They're 3. There's a million ways they can die. Just leave them at the top of the stairs and go do laundry. What are you thinking? You don't have to scream and yell when they're running into the media. Just like, Cody, stop. You're not thinking, right? Hey, kiddo. Hey, here's 5 inches of water. I'm gonna go make some fish sticks. Oh, no. I'm free. What the fuck? Now you're gonna go to jail for the rest of your life. It's stupid, it's depressing. It's really disturbing and depressing. And also you live in Florida. Avail yourselves of the services there. Just be patient. There's like a 32.6% chance they'll be shot to death by the time they're in 8th grade. Come on now. Sir, what's your name? Jorn, yes. Jorn, do you think when Lincoln started his Gettysburg Address, do you think there was somebody who was like, oh, dude, just say 87. What the fuck? Right? I mean, it's pretentious, right? What the fuck does he... Why do I have to do the math? I mean... Yeah, okay. One of the things I missed when I was gone, and I always miss it when I'm away from New York, and is riding my bike, which I love, especially Brooklyn. I have been in Brooklyn for 10 years. I love riding my bike. I rode my bike here. I'm going to ride it home. It's the best. And almost all my shows, I ride my bike. And I love riding through the Orthodox Jewish communities. That's the way to go through it. You know, walking, I don't know. You know, walking like, get me the fuck out of here, but on a bike, boom, you can zip through. And one thing, you'll be riding through the Hasidic communities, and I'll often see there'll be like a young wife who's attractive, you know, like empirically attractive, and I know it's a wig, but whatever, you know, but I always feel a little bit of sympathy because there's no male equivalent for those women in that community. None. There's no, I mean, like this would be a 10. I'd be a 10. I'd be like, oh, hot stuff, hubba, hubba, you know? I know there are actors who play Orthodox Jews that are attractive, but when you ride through or walk through, no, man, sorry. I know it's subjective, but that's, you know, now it's subjective. Come on. I mean, hundreds and hundreds of years of inbreeding is going to give you a certain disadvantage. No, it's not. I feel bad. Like, oh, like the hottest guy is like, he's like middle-aged Woody Allen meets a young Harvey Weinstein. Oh, well, all right. Yeah, not so good. But they get the last laugh because they subjugate all their women. So, all right. So it's a win-win, right? But do y'all know what the mitzvah tank is? Okay. Well, I can guarantee you a lot of folks watching this at home don't know what a mitzvah tank is. But I'm going to look in this camera. I'm going to tell you what a mitzvah tank is right now. We have a lot of them in Brooklyn. Mitzvah tank, Orthodox community, they have this big RV, and there's several of them, and you'll hear them before you see them. You hear them like a block away with that kind of tinny Radio Shack. And, you know, fun songs in Yiddish and Hebrew. And there's a big, huge picture of Rabbi Schneerson, the Messiah, Moshiach. And he's coming back any second. Moshiach is coming back. He's coming, hey! Hold tight! Any second now. Wait, where's that? Oh, okay, false alarm. He'll be here. And it will be fun if he does come back because, you know, Rabbi Schneerson was a human being with no divine providence. He was just a human being. So all his flesh is rotted off his thing. So it'd be... If he does come back, it's just this weird skeleton, you know, and people are like, oh shit, whoa! You know. What's the problem? Skeleton. But anyway, so the mitzvah tank rolls by, and what a mitzvah is a good deed. You're doing a good thing. And sometimes they have the tank, and sometimes they'll dispense. They'll disgorge different Jews to go on the street corners and perform the mitzvahs, which is it's a good deed, and it's always the same thing. What they do is, and I've done this a couple of times. I've volunteered to let them do it on me, and just to help a brother out, you know, and what it is they wrap the tefillin on you, which is there's like a two prayer boxes, wood, and then there's leather strips. One goes on your arm, and the other goes around your forehead, and then they rattle off this prayer super quick, you know, because they're working on commission. They got it in and out. Thank you for your time. But move. And they do it for everyone they get. You know, they look up, and then God looks down and goes, "All right, Shlomo, very good for you, and Hiram, good for you." Very good. That's a lot of mitzvahs for you. Very good. All right, you're going to get an extra bean today. God is feeling so generous. All right, all the Jews get an extra bean tonight, whatever. And so they do these things, and I was on my block. This is a couple years ago. Had a stroller. My daughter was about 2 at the time, and I'm literally going to cross the street on my street to go and be home. And I could see him. I see him. There's a gang, a gaggle of, the most intimidating gang you can ever imagine of Jews, and there's a couple of all men, of course, because no girls allowed. You go home and make babies and make a soup. That's all you're good for. And there's the head Jew, which you could tell because he had the bigger, furrier hat, which. In Judaism, like every single religion, the hierarchy is found in the hats. Whoever has the most conical, or the largest, or the floppiest, or the satiniest, or the furriest. And in Jews, it's furry and it's round, and that's the head Jew. And then the guy, the poor kid with him, is just a yarmulke. Oh. Oh, it's like rookie single A ball, and he's like, anyway. So I know what's coming. So I get to the corner, it's a red light, and the guy says, excuse me, are you Jewish? And that is funny. He did, he's like, excuse me, are you Jewish? And I say, no, I was born Jewish, but I'm an atheist. And the whole time I'm saying it, I'm even though I'm stumbling when I'm talking to him, I'm lucid, clear, not stumbling on any words inside my head, screaming at myself, going, what the fuck are you doing? Don't engage him. Why are you doing that? Why did you say anything? Why did you say anything? Oh, good. Way to go. Way to fucking... And so he's starting to talk to me about, helping him out, and the Jews, and blah, 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 and brotherhood, and I'm just waiting for the light to change, and I'm like, come on, and I'm inching the stroller out into traffic, just inch by inch, because they have to stop. That's a law. They have to stop. You see a stroller, you gotta fucking put on the brakes, and you have to stop. And also, it's not like the baby's head is right against the end of the thing. There's like a 7-inch buffer there. And there's padding and shit. It's not like, and even if it did hit it, I can catch a baby. She was 2. I can catch a baby. So I'm just inching it out. And then the light finally turns green, and he goes, amongst all the stuff, he goes, is your mother Jewish? And as I walk away, I go, yeah, she's Jewish, but I told you I'm an atheist. And then I walk, and I get halfway across the street, and he yells to me, at my back at this point, he yells, "You're a Jew forever!" Which is funny enough on its own. But nobody else knew the context. Nobody else. There's a whole bunch of people, all of a sudden, they're seeing a guy, an Orthodox Jew in full LARPing regalia, pointing at people, going, "You're a Jew forever!" And they're, like, oh shit, it's happening. The Jews they're casting spells. I knew it was gonna happen. Alex Jones was right. Don't come down here. Do not keep everybody away. The Jews are turning people into Jews. They're casting spells and chanting, oh. It's just nuts what's going on in Florida in the Moms for Liberty banning books. Nothing says liberty like banning books. As I said, I live in New York. I live there by choice. I live in a place that shares the values of my wife and I, and I'm thrilled that I can raise a kid there in Brooklyn. I'm thrilled, where it's the exact opposite of my shitty fucking childhood. And we live in a very diverse neighborhood, culturally, ethnically, economically. It's diverse. There's, and it's great. And she goes to a great school down the street, public school, great public school, and she's in the minority. She's in the minority at that school, and don't freak out. She's got white friends, but we made sure of it. No, it's awesome, but what's going to be weird is, at some point, she's inevitably going to have a conversation with a kid who is educated in Florida or Georgia or South Carolina or North Carolina or Kentucky or Virginia or West Virginia or Tennessee or Alabama or Mississippi or Louisiana or Texas or Oklahoma or Arkansas or Idaho or Iowa or North Dakota or South Dakota or Arizona or Utah. And it's going to be weird because they will have completely different frames of references. They'll be understanding completely different worlds of what is real and what's not, what occurred, what history is. And my daughter will be there on the playground, and be like, "Hi, I'm Marlo, and I'm 6. Oh, I'm Eve. I'm 6 too. I'm from Florida. My mom's making fish sticks for dinner. Hey, you want to play on the monkey bars? Yeah." There's a better way to do this. This makes more sense. Is there anybody who's willing to come up here and read something with me? Oh, ma'am. Okay. Yeah. Come over. Enter this way. And be mindful. Don't step on this. That's a light. That's glass. Okay. Great. What's your name? Jackie. All right, thank you. Jackie. What's it? Yeah, there you go. What's your name?
I'm JP.
Okay, let's figure this out. This will be, I'll put you over here. Here, step up.
Yes.
A bit more.
Thank you.
Okay, good. Now, Jackie, I have to ask you because everyone will. This is like the 56th show we've done or something like that, and I know people are going to ask you. They'll ask me, "Are you a plant?"
Am I a plant? Oh, like
a shill in the audience.
No.
Right.
No.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think this will be better. Do it this way. This will make more sense. If you see two lines next to each other, then we both read them at the same time. That's called dual dialogue.
What? 2 lines where the highlighted ones or the?
No, just if you do. Wait, go straight. All right, I'll start again. Okay, I'll start again. We'll start from
in the part.
Start from the top.
David is you, right? No.
Yeah, I should have. What was I thinking? I should have put JP.
Damn
it. Oh, boy. I fucked that one up. Yeah, I guess I'll read David's part. All right, I'm gonna start over. Ready? I think this will be better to do it this way. Makes more sense. And if you see two lines next to each other, we both read at the same time. That's called dual dialogue.
And I just read this part.
Well, that's one way to approach it. I would go with the present tense as opposed to past tense. So if you were to read that in present tense, it would say...
Oh, and I just read this part?
Where it says audience member. Here, I've highlighted it.
Okay.
So I'll read
Marlo's part?
No. You read the part of audience member. You're audience member.
Hello, I have a name. Maybe you would call me by my name instead of the insulting and dehumiliating audience member.
Or dehumanizing. But
whatever.
You can make up words. You can make words. Make up words. Okay, well, look, I'm going to be doing this, reading this all over North America and Europe. Probably not Mexico. But anyway, I can't anticipate every person's name.
I have a very common name. It's Shandavich Amarillion.
Oh. What kind of name is that?
It's Roman for lightheaded.
Roman, you mean Latin?
Nope.
Okay, well, all right, you're the other kid. Let's just read the script, okay?
Yes, I'm really excited to tackle this truly important work.
What? Are you being sarcastic?
Yes.
Well, then fucking act like it. Deliver the line the way it was meant to be delivered.
I'm really excited to tackle this important work.
Wow. Wow.
Are you being sarcastic?
Look, can we just do the script where your kid talks to the homeschooled kid from Florida or wherever? I need to take my insulin shot pretty soon.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know you had diabetes.
I don't. I just really love glucose. Can't get enough of it.
Is that supposed to be a joke?
I know, right? Do you think I could open for you?
Would you do that joke?
I would only do that joke twice.
Twice?
Once in Mandarin. Look, are we going to do this thing or not?
Yeah, sure, but I want to hear you do that joke in Mandarin first.
Tonal language.
What was that? All right, yeah. Okay, well, that's Cantonese, so that's not. Hey, you're going for it. That's fine. A lot of people won't. All right. All right, you ready?
Okay.
That wasn't the script. This is the script.
Oh, sure. Oh.
No, that wasn't the script. No, this
that
is
was
the
the script about the script.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
all right. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi,
Hi,
I'm Marlo and I'm 6.
I'm Eve. I'm 6 too. Want to play with me on the monkey bars?
Yeah.
Okay, we have to pray the Pledge of Allegiance first.
What's that?
The Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, except for New York and California.
And to the Republicans for which it stands, one nation, under the police, with... Aren't you gonna do it?
I don't know what that is.
It's the official saying of America. I do it at school.
Oh, what school do you go to? I go to PS 62.
You call your living room PS 62?
No, that's my school. Miss Clavin is my teacher. She also plays piano there too.
My school is at home and my mommy teaches me.
Oh, your mommy is a teacher?
Well, now she is, because the old school was teaching us lies.
Oh, I know what a lie is. Like 2 + 2 is 5 or something like that.
2 + 2 is 5. No, a lie is like saying that black people didn't want to be slaves or that there are Jews in heaven. Made up lies like that. Like when the old school tried to teach us symbol rights.
What's symbol rights?
Symbol rights is a trick of the devil to get us to like other people. Did you know that Jews are the devil too? And gays? In fact, the Jewish Democrat devil invented rainbow flags to groom us into sodomy. They won't teach us that at school either, so that's why mommy teaches me now, to keep me safe.
Well, safe from what?
From the Hollywood pedophiles, or the communist Jews, or Muslims, or Mexicans, or libtards, or angry, lazy black mermaids who are all out to get me.
Okay. Well, can we play now?
I have to make sure you're not vaccinated first.
Because of the boogies in the air?
No, because George Soros and AOC and the liberal woke fake news. Sorry, I'm not really that comfortable with this.
Oh, just read it.
Okay. Look, I thought you were gonna do Tobias jokes. That's why my mommy and I came down here. That's why we entered the contest. We weren't expecting a whole diatribe about the limitations and dangers of homeschooling.
Wait, what contest are you talking about?
Yes, at Panda Express. They had a contest to win a free ticket of soy sauce, packet of soy sauce.
Yeah, ticket of soy sauce wouldn't make much sense. But you'd get a ticket and then you'd go.
That's what I thought I
Yeah.
was getting today.
So you would get a ticket, and then then you'd go back to the same person and say, "Can I turn
get your
this?"
packet of soy sauce.
That makes no sense to me. Or would you just? Would they go here? Can I have some soy sauce? Can I? Well, we'll give you a ticket for some, and then and who do I give this to? Me. Okay. And then they give. It seems extraneous. It seems like an extra step.
It is.
Anyway, continue.
But we lost the contest and ended up with 2 tickets to this show. My bad, I thought you were Dave Attell.
Come on, Mommy. Let's get out of here. This guy sucks. Can't even finish a bit. Worst daddy in the world. My asshole. More like worst daddy in the whole country.
JP! Give it up for Jackie. And it's so interesting to me, the shit that we choose to get upset about. And I use that word purposefully, choose. We choose to get upset about things. We choose not to get upset about things. And I believe that you can divide America into 2 groups. The kind of people that truly believe that you can divide America into 2 groups, and then the other people who realize that's absurd. That's the most reductive thing I've ever heard of. So some people wore a mask, and then others, their reaction was to grab a bullhorn and get a bunch of like-minded friends and then go to Target and march with their bullhorn and go, "We're not gonna wear a mask, it's tyranny," and throw baby shoes at employees making less than minimum wage, and that, and they're yelling and screaming and embarrassing everybody, and it's sad and it's tragic, and they're apoplectic and they're fucking red in the face and they're spitting and they get arrested. And I guarantee you, if you went to all those people as children and told them, I'm talking like 6 years old, innocent kids, their brains haven't been poisoned yet, like you told them what was gonna make them upset, 100% of them, guaranteed, 100% of those kids would be upset and say they didn't want that. I guarantee it. And if I could get like 100 kids and just get them all together and tell them, like, all right, kids, hey, everybody, gather around. My name is David. I'm from the future, and I'm going to tell you what's going to make you upset. You know how when sometimes you're out and maybe you're at a soccer game or you're in line to see Santa at the mall, and your mommy or daddy or your friend's mommy or daddy or maybe one of your relatives or even a stranger will get very upset at something, and you don't know what it is, and they get really, really upset, and they yell, and they scream, and they turn red, and they're spitting, and they lose their words, and sometimes they have a heart attack, sometimes they get arrested, but they really, really, really screaming and yelling, and it makes you feel really really awkward inside and uncomfortable and small and scared, and you don't know what's going on, and it's a terrible, terrible feeling, and you don't know why they're doing that. And well, I'm going to tell you what's going to make you a comedian. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. So I'm going to tell you what's going to make. I'm happy with it. Yeah. I mean, I'd say, high tier 3, low tier 2. I don't know how the rankings go, but I'm okay. Well, I was nominated for 2 Grammys, so okay. So, no, I didn't win. If I'd won, I'd say I won a Grammy. Well, nobody wins something and says I was nominated. I mean, no, just think about it. No. All right. Anyway, it's not important. Oh my God, Patton Oswalt and Weird Al. So, whatever. So it made sense. But one of them made sense. So anyway, now listen, it doesn't matter. I'm going to tell you what is going to make you that upset, where you're angry and you're yelling and you're marching in the streets and you're infringing on people's rights, and I'm going to tell you the thing that's going to set you off. Are you okay? Everybody good? Okay. Why don't we start with you, sweetheart? What's your name? Crystal? Okay, what do we got? Okay, Crystal. You are going to get very, very upset, angry, very angry, when you see the police beating up or murdering innocent people and getting away with it. That's going to make you really, really upset, okay? Okay, so what's your name? Adriana? Okay, Adriana. Okay, here's what's going to make you upset, Adriana. When you hear people speaking Spanish. Yeah. No, you won't even really be near them. They'll be like to themselves, like a mother and daughter going over a grocery list quietly, and that's gonna. No. Don't cry, sweetheart. Don't cry. That's what it says here. I'm sorry. And you know what? Ironically, you probably don't know what that means, but your name is derived from Spanish. It's a Spanish. Whatever. It'll be lost on you. Okay. Who else we got? Yes. What's your name? Arturo? Okay. Well, watch out for Adriana. All right, Arturo. Here's what's going to get you very, very upset. You're going to get very upset when gay people or trans people are maligned and beaten up and sometimes even murdered just because of who they love and who they are. That's going to get you very upset. Okay? All right, what do we got? What's your name, son? Grayson? Okay, Grayson. Okay, Grayson. Here's what's going to make you really, really angry. Red in the face, beet red. When there's a mass shooting and the families of the victims of the mass shooting go on television and try to plead for sensible gun laws. That's going to set you... no, don't cry. No, I'm sorry. That's your thing. That's going to be your thing. Don't cry. Okay, I got another one here. Okay, here's something else, okay? Dry those tears. Here's something else. You're also going to get very, very upset when chubby women are used in advertising. That's gonna, yeah. Online petitions, the whole works. Please don't cry. Okay. One more. Sweetheart, what's your name? Karen? Okay. Probably don't even have to look, but yeah. Okay. So Karen, this is what's gonna make you really upset, okay? Okay, it's when you hear black people laughing. It's just nails on a chalkboard to you. When you hear black people enjoying themselves, it's gonna, no, don't cry. No, honey, please. No, it can't be about when your ice cream falls off. I'm sorry, that's what it says. It says you're homeschooled. You're gonna be homeschooled. You're about to be homeschooled. They're going to teach you about the Civil War, and they're going to mention the word slavery, and that's it. You're yanked out of there, and so I'm so sorry, but don't cry. And guys, don't cry. Everybody, please stop crying. Stop crying. Guys, kids, stop crying. And then, you've got a room full of 100 kids crying. But the cool thing is that if you are walking down the street and you pass a playground or, a birthday party or something, and you see a bunch of kids crying, you'll know that a comedian from the future has just visited them and told them what to... And look, America was never great, but it was hopeful. There were periods where there was progress being made. There was more, we were trying to be kinder, more inclusive, equal rights for everybody. And I think if America wants to get back to that place, then we need to build a time machine and go back and kill the person responsible for the mess we're in now. And I'll do it. I will do it. And I understand the canon of how this works. Once you use the time machine, then you've altered the space-time continuum and the fabric is ripped and torn. And the time machine can't exist anymore, so it stops. But I'll do it. I will go back and I will kill Jesus Christ. I'll do it. I'll do it for you. I'll do it for all the kids out there. And I'm not gonna go to when he was 30, because he was kind of ripped, as I understand, Dude was cut and had a 12-man security detail with him at all times. So I wouldn't go there. And I certainly wouldn't go to when he was first born, the Immaculate Conception, the Virgin Mary, and I think that's a little unseemly to kill a one-day-old, but we really don't know anything about Jesus, though, literally from the day after he was born up until he was 30 and a half, right? We don't know anything about teenage Jesus. We know, we don't know anything about 14-year-old, sullen, mopey, covered in acne, hormones raging out of control, just emo Jesus, just, school's a prison, right? Just constantly jerking off, right? Constantly. 14-year-old boys jerk off 7 times a day minimum, all right? And Jesus is no different. And they didn't have Nivea back then. There was no lotion. So 14-year-old Jesus' dick looked like an overcooked hot dog that had been left in the rain for a week and then discovered by a pack of rabid raccoons. But yeah, so, and we all know the story about the, Immaculate Conception, right? That's heartwarming story where God implanted his seed into the Virgin Mary, right? So he could give us his son, right? God took his seed, seed is cum. That's what it is, seed is cum. So God took his cum and he put it in the Virgin Mary. And here's the thing, he's everyone's God, everyone on the planet. He's everyone's God, so he had to figure out which cum he was gonna put into the Virgin Mary, because he's got literally thousands and thousands of different cums. So he had to go, which cum am I gonna put inside the Virgin? Should it be Indo-Asian or Nordic or Mayan or Aboriginal or Namibian or Incan or Arapaho or... You know what? I'll go with Jew. Jew's my... Yeah, that's good cum. That's good cum. And then God took his cum, and God's way in the heavens. He's all the way in outer space. And he had to take his cum and send it, right, through all the different galaxies and solar systems, and he sent it all the way, but it always had to maintain an eternal temperature of 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit, right? Otherwise the cum would have degraded. And so he had to speed it up and then slow it down, and it had to go through different galaxies and solar systems till it got to the Milky Way, and then it found our solar system, avoiding planets and moons and asteroids and space dust, and always, again, maintaining an eternal temperature of 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit. God, then getting to Earth, and then go through all the different atmospheres, because God loves atmospheres. So he gave us a whole bunch, and he's got to go through the exosphere and the thermosphere and the mesosphere and the stratosphere and into the troposphere, and then wait for the opportune time for Mary to go like this, and then up it went. And because Mary is a human woman, she went through the 9-month gestation period, and where she grew Jesus, and then God sent the angel Gabriel to Joseph and Mary to explain what was happening, and to say, you have to go to Bethlehem, okay? Either to be counted for the census or to not be counted for the census. It's a little vague, and historians aren't really sure of exactly what, but we need to get you, for the sake of the story, we need to get you to Bethlehem, okay? It's called a writer's device, all right? So we need either for the census or to not be, it doesn't matter. You need to go to Bethlehem, and then, Gabriel went back up the chimney, and then Joseph put Mary on their donkey, Dinkles, that was the name of the donkey. It's in the Bible. Joseph, Mary, and Dinkles the donkey. They went to Bethlehem, and we all know this part of the story. They got to the inn in Bethlehem. The inn, singular. There's only one. They got to the inn, but there was no room at the inn, so they had to sleep in the manger. Now here's a question. 2,023 years ago, what was the difference between a room at the inn and the manger? There's no difference. There's no difference. You're still sleeping on hay next to a goat, you know? They act like it's an Airbnb where the Wi-Fi went out. No, I'm sure that when the innkeeper told Joseph, you'll have to sleep in the manger, it's like, good, some fucking fresh air for once, you know? And so they got to the manger, and they laid down on the hay, and then Mary started going into labor. They started timing her contractions, coming quicker, and she's about to give birth to the Son of God. And there's a little commotion in there. She's gonna give birth. Joseph, it's time. And Jesus is coming, but he's not coming out. He's not, what's happening? Because I can feel it, and he's trying to get out, but he's not coming out. And here's what they leave out of the story. But when God implanted Mary with his cum, he forgot to do something that's really integral to the whole process. He forgot to fuck Mary. So her hymen remained intact. So Jesus is ready to come out, but there's this wall of flesh, and he's like punching and kicking and screaming and clawing and scratching, and he can't do it, and it's traumatic. I mean, ask any Scientologist what happens in there. It'll scar you for billions of lives. And I mean, it messed him up good. It gave him a Messiah complex. And so Mary sussed out what was happening, said, Joseph, hang on, I'm gonna get back on Dinkles, maybe go around triple speed, see if I can knock this little fella out of there. And she did. She tore her hymen, came back, and then she laid down, and she started to give birth to the Son of God. And then here comes Jesus out of this massive hairy bush. Got a Jewish woman in biblical times, come on, it's a massive hairy bush. And here comes Jesus, and he's covered in placenta. There's a little bit of blood, and there's shit too, because that's also part of the birthing process. When you give birth through the vaginal canal, you lose control of your bowels and your sphincter, and shit comes out. It happens. There's shit. So here comes the Lord and Savior of all mankind, just covered in shit, and they cleaned him off with some hay and some goat urine, and then. So I would go to Jesus when he was like 4, right? And I would dress appropriately so as not to arouse suspicion. I would bring something to distract the villagers. You know, I'd be like, hey, check this out. It's a Furby. I would take Jesus. Hey, kiddo, come down. I want to take you down to the river and show you something that's pretty cool. All right. So listen, kiddo. Listen. So this is very important for me to say and very, very important for you to hear. I want you to know this, okay? You are a beautiful person with beautiful ideas. You live your life in a clean, honest way that is all about other people. You're about kindness and generosity, selflessness, love, unconditional love. You're about diversity, equity, and inclusion, all right? And this is not about you, okay? This is about your fans who are gonna take every word you say and willfully, maliciously twist it for their own perverted sense of power. And everything they do is completely antithetical to everything you ever preached and the way you wanted us to live. And they will literally murder millions of people in your name and drive millions of others to suicide in your name. All right, Chicago.